Hey, what's up guys? Dan for Masculine Evolution here. If you're spending most of your day distracting yourself outside of work, if you are on your phones constantly, you're feeling drained, you're losing focus, your memory's starting to dwindle, this is the reality for most guys these days. And the reason is just the level of distraction, that we're just constantly going from next hit to the next hit of dopamine. It stimulates our nervous system, it brings up more stress in us, and it just leaves us with no energy left to start going towards any kind of direction in life, creating anything of value. We're just these pleasure-seeking monkeys constantly looking for the next hit of dopamine. If that's you, which it's going to be for the majority of guys watching this video, learning how to ground yourself is potentially one of the most powerful tools to take you out of this feeling of stagnation. Please listen to this video to hear exactly how you can apply grounding to start feeling more courageous in life, start feeling like you've got more embodied presence, so you can start feeling good as you go about your day. Start wanting to go outside more and start appreciating what's around us, rather than constantly just looking yourselves into screens and losing your power. Essentially is what's happening. You're just leaking your energy into your phone, into your laptop, or whatever. So the more things that you're afraid of, the more fear that you have around life, around connection with other people, whatever the fear is, if it's going to get triggered by going outside and meeting people and going towards whatever your mission is, you're more likely to stay at home and distract yourself. Okay, that's just the way it is. Now, the fears that you have that are triggered when you go out into life, be it around other guys, women, whatever's triggering your fear, the more grounded you can be, the less fear you'll have experience. You'll experience less fear the more grounded you are, because the reason why you avoid stepping into fear and you avoid the things that make you uncomfortable is you don't know how to deal with the energy of fear. No one's taught you how to do it, and what it's doing essentially is it's overpowering you, and because you don't know how to deal with this fear, the energy gets too much. You might feel it in your chest. However you react to fear, it could be blushing, could be sweating. For me, it was blushing. But also heart palpitations, nervousness, shaky legs, all of these things. And they're so uncomfortable, and we carry so much shame and embarrassment around having it, that it's just easier to avoid those sensations and stay at home. We also go up into our heads and overthink a lot in order to avoid the discomfort, and the thoughts that go on in those moments are essentially going to tell us to not do whatever it is, step towards whatever it is that's causing all the discomfort. So the thought will say stay at home. So you want to work out, how are you going to deal with the fear when it arises, so you can step towards fear, which essentially is going to allow you to develop more courage. So courage isn't the absence of fear. It's stepping towards fear despite of it. Stepping towards your goals despite of the fear, and not letting the fear stop you. That's where the magic lies. And grounding is going to give you the ability to bring the energy down and out through your body when it gets too much. It's really simple, but so fucking powerful. And if you want to develop more grounding, it's really not that hard, but it does take daily consistent practice. And once you start doing it daily, once you start bringing more awareness into your body, you're going to start developing more grounding, and then that's going to allow you to start doing the things that were once too terrifying for you, because you know how you can handle the energy of fear now. So I'm going to do a couple of minute guided grounding meditation, might go on a little longer, just to get you guys in touch with the lower part of your body. It's going to allow you to feel more grounded. And then you can start doing this on a daily basis, especially when you're out the house and you're walking around town maybe, and maybe you feel a bit triggered by people. So take a few deep breaths into your belly. Just breathe it out. Notice how you feel right now. And see if you can feel the sensation of your feet on the ground. Wherever you are right now, if you put your feet on the ground and just feel the sensation of the soles of your feet on the ground. Now, if you struggle to do this, good. You should be practicing this every day, because this is where we get grounded, is by developing feeling. So if you're using your mind to work out how to feel your feet, it's because you haven't practiced this enough, and that's fine. But doing this every day is going to start developing the ability to really feel. So come back to feeling your feet against the ground. And essentially you're just feeling whatever sensations you might feel. So I can do that as I'm talking to you. I don't need to use my brain to figure out how to feel. I can just do it anyway, because I've practiced so often. I've practiced so much. And then you can see if you can bring your awareness to your shins and your calves. So you're feeling from your knees down to your feet. And you're just feeling whatever sensation you might experience there. And if a thought comes to take you out of the experience, you just bring it back down to feeling. And that feeling essentially is a way of avoiding the thinking. People want to know how to shut their thoughts off. Well, coming into the body and feeling the body is a very good way of doing that. It might help to close your eyes. It will help to close your eyes. You'll be able to connect with your feet and your lower legs a little more. Again, you're just feeling sensation there. Now open your eyes and look around and see if you can just look around whilst feeling your feet. That's how simple grounding is. Now, the more you start developing that, the more you start cultivating energy in your legs, which you just do by feeling. Now, when you're walking around and you're walking through life, you're going to be more connected with your lower body, with your feet against the ground. And then when something happens that's scary, rather than shooting up into your head and running away or dealing with the fear in whatever way you have been doing, which hasn't been very helpful, you can start feeling more solid. You can start feeling your legs against the ground more now. And that is going to mean that you feel more comfortable in fearful states. And now you're more proactive. Now you can start doing what it is you need to do. You can still communicate, you're just reacting. You're not so reactional, you're more proactional. So you're not allowing the world to dictate what goes on inside you. You start becoming more in control of your internal state. So if you want to step towards a woman who you're attracted to, rather than ejecting and running away or avoiding it because of the fear that's going on up here, you can start feeling more solid. Now you can step towards her, you're going to have more presence, it's going to interest her. In business, when you sat around a meeting maybe, and you want to say what it is you want to say, but you're afraid it might not go down so well, that fear's coming from up here, you bring it back down to your legs, you can start speaking your truth more. You can maybe be asking your boss for a raise. You can ask your clients for more money. There's so much more you can do once you develop energy in your legs. I mean, the things that I used to be scared of, I just not now. Like, especially in social situations, the ability to just feel my legs and feel more grounded, naturally feel more grounded when I'm communicating with people. I used to be so afraid of social situations. and now they just don't bother me. And connecting with my body, specifically my lower body, has been my way out of that. And there's so many people that are trying to figure out how to deal with social anxiety by going up into their mind. It's just creating more activation up here. All anxiety just comes from a nervous system arousal. So you want to start calming your nervous system down to feel less anxious, and feeling your body is one of the best ways you can do that. I mean, this practice goes back thousands of years. The ancients knew how to deal with anxiety. They knew that you can't grow spiritually until you come out of survival mode. And when we're stressed, we're in survival mode and we can't grow. So we want to be able to bring our energy down into our lower body. We want to breathe into our belly, have nice, long, slow, deep breaths into the belly, feeling our legs, especially when we're walking around. We're going to get more present. We're going to start stepping towards our goals, stepping towards our fears instead of running away from them. That's going to develop more courage. That's going to develop more confidence. Why wouldn't you want that? Unless you prefer spending your time leaking your energy into screens and triggering your dopamine response all day. I still do that. Like, I'm not this guy who's totally let go of all of his habits. Like, I'm slowly working on it, but it's been a long process for me. So I'm not coming from a place of like, I'm better than you. I've spent many years distracting myself, and I still struggle with food addiction. That's still something I'm working on now. But my ability to feel more present in life and feel my feet against the ground and step towards the things that I'm afraid of and start creating this life that I've been wanting to create for a long time has come from my connection with my body. So I really recommend you guys look into this, look up embodiment, check out my website, contact me for any sessions if you want to learn how to start developing a better connection with your body and apply that to going towards your goals and developing more confidence and more courage in life. Thanks for listening, guys. Take care.